Hello everyone. Welcome back to Low Code Days if you're coming from an earlier session, and welcome to Low Code Days for anyone joining us for the first time. Thank you so much for attending and being a part of our very first Low Code Days. My name is Greg Sippel, Professional Services Manager for LANSA. In this session, I'm going to highlight the power of Visual LANSA and low code in general by taking a look at our new portal code start, Portalize. Portalize has many great features out of the box, as its scalability, security, end user and administrative functionality. But I'm really going to focus on how easy it is to add your own functionality to Portalize and how to extend it to display in any language using Portalize's language support. At any time, please ask any questions you might have, and at the end of the session, there should be plenty of time to answer them. Okay. So the true power of low code. Portalize is a prime example of what is possible with low code. Portalize proves low code is versatile and powerful. Portalize really confirms that low code is a legitimate app development method. Portalize is a portal code start built with Visual LANSA. It is a fully functional portal ready to be customized. It just needs your own Visual LANSA app plugged in to be your own web portal. I'm going to show you how easy it is to plug in a Visual LANSA app into Portalize. It truly is the power of low code. And like I said, Portalize is a code start built with Visual LANSA, meaning you get all the source code. So it can be customized and tweaked as you need by using the Visual LANSA IDE. A truly customizable portal ready to go. So, to get Portalize up and running, you simply import Portalize into your Visual LANSA repository. You can then execute the Portalize web page, and you have a fully functional portal ready to go. All you have to do then is plug in your Visual LANSA app into Portalize, and your portal is complete. I'm going to be highlighting how easy that can be. It really demonstrates how low code can save you development time. By using Portalize to start building your portal, you can save a massive amount of development time since it comes loaded with all the most requested and necessary portal features. So you're not going to have to code all of your admin features. You're not going to have to code all of your user features. You're not going to have to code things such as the portal's navigation. That all comes with Portalize. As Craig mentioned in the keynote, just Portalize alone can save you at least 3 months of development time. And then you couple that with the speed of developing a Visual LANSA, and you can have a truly customized portal up and running very quick. When you start Portalize for the first time, this is what it will look like. It will have all your users' settings. Administrators can access the administration functions. This all comes standard, along with the ability for users to change their themes, and administrators will have access to manage user accounts. This is only a small sample of the out-of-the-box features of Portalize. So, let's say we're going to add your own dashboard application, like we have here, right into Portalize. I'm going to quickly walk you through how to do that over the next 2 slides, so you can see how easy and simple it can be to add your Visual LANSA applications to Portalize. We're talking true low-code efficiency here with Visual LANSA's hybrid low-code methodology. The first thing we need to do is we need to use Visual LANSA's low-code IDE to add the dashboard option to the navigation menu. So we have the ability to navigate to your dashboard. We start by finding the navigation menu for Portalize in the Visual LANSA repository. If you're new to the Visual LANSA low-code IDE, the repository is where all your reusable code is stored. We can add a menu item into the menu by dragging and dropping a menu item control into the menu. Now, let's caption it dashboard. Then give it an icon along with a tag which tells Portalize that we want to show the dashboard when the menu item is clicked. Pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty efficient. Now, without leaving the Visual LANSA IDE, we simply add one line of code to the Navigation Manager. This adds the portal to our dashboard, so when the menu item that we just added to the menu is clicked, Portalize can load up the dashboard. And then we're done. The line of code I've highlighted here is the only line of code we're going to add. So we have successfully added the dashboard application to our portal in roughly 5 or less minutes of development time. So, to review, we simply add the menu item to the app drawer by drag and drop, then we add a line of code. Finally, we compile, and then we execute our portal. And so here we have our dashboard inside Portalize. This is how easy it can be to add a Visual LANSA application to Portalize. Portalize is built with Visual LANSA, so customizations and adding functionality is super easy like we did here. It demonstrates how flexible our hybrid low-code approach truly is. And by hybrid, I mean the ability to code inside the IDE when needed, but still use low code. A blended approach that adds a ton of versatility and flexibility. Portalize also has a language support feature. This is another great case of displaying the power and ability of low code. Portalize's language support allows different languages to be displayed, new languages added, and translations to be made without coding, right inside your portal. Portalize's language support is an example of using low code to create no-code functionality. With Portalize's language support, users can change the language being displayed on the fly at any time during a session. You can add new and manage existing languages from inside the portal without a single line of code. Authorized users can then translate not only the text displayed on the screens, but also inside PDFs and emails that Portalize can produce. I'll show you how to enable a current Visual LANSA application to use the language support. It's very easy and it's very quick. And so if you have an application, you can add this to it if you're developing it, or you can easily retrofit it to an old application. By developers using the language support features, they can be developing a single portal where end users can use different languages as needed. So if your portal needs to support 10 different languages because you have users all over the world, no problem. You're going to be able to do that with the language support features. Visual LANSA's hybrid low-code approach we've talked about throughout low-code days seamlessly allows developers to create desktop, mobile, and web apps in a single IDE using a single language. So using this hybrid approach, we're going to easily enable the dashboard to support many languages. For the dashboard we added to our portal, we needed to add the language support features to it so languages can be shown on the screen and users can change the languages on the fly. All the standard features of Portalize have language support enabled right out of the box. But we have to enable our Visual LANSA apps that we're plugging in with this functionality. The first step is we need to identify to Portalize all the text that changes for a language in our app. So we create a language resource reusable part. Again, a reusable part is simply a resource that is located inside Visual LANSA's central repository, which is accessible to all Visual LANSA apps. So basically you create one common resource and you can use that again and again. No further coding required. So here, we're simply letting Portalize know there are language strings such as company performance, USD revenue, and expenses. This lets Portalize's language support knows that these exist so that they can be displayed and edited. We give each string a name, entered between the brackets, and now when this is displayed, the language support features of Portalize will recognize that and display the correct string for the current language on the fly once the translations have been made. This is the definition of the company performance chart on our dashboard. And in here, we link the strings from the language resource to the controls in the chart so Portalize's language support can display the appropriate string for the current language that our portal is being displayed in. For example, so the chart's title can be set by Portalize's language support, we use the Visual LANSA IDE to let the company performance chart know about the language resource. And then we assign a language string to the chart title. You can do this for every piece of text in your app you're adding to the portal, or just the text you'd like to appear different based on the language the user has selected on the fly. So that's it. The development needed to add Portalize's language support for the chart is done. The next step is to use Portalize's language support features inside our portal to provide the translations for each language. The strings in each language resource can be edited as needed for languages used in the portal. Again, these can be edited inside the portal with 0 lines of code. Developers do not need to do the translations. Just open up Portalize, and if the user has the rights, they can search for a language resource and start translating. So here are all the strings that are used on the dashboard. We're currently looking at the translations from English to French. We can see the French strings that will be displayed for company performance, USD revenue, and expenses. You're able to use the drop-down to change the language and then see the translations for that language for the strings that have been enabled in the resource. You can then click the edit button up the top to change the translations for any of the portal languages. Here, we are editing the Japanese translations. This really simplifies a portal's development because you're only creating one portal and letting someone translate inside the portal and instantly see the translations take effect. That's really powerful because for a translator, seeing the context, the way in which a piece of text is used plays a huge part in providing an accurate and effective translation. This adds up to saving time and money on your portal development. We've done. We've added our lines of code and entered the translations to enable the language support to our dashboard. Now, when a user changes the language on the fly, either from English to French or Japanese, the portal responds, displaying the screen in that language. This is just a great example of how the hybrid low-code approach is really versatile. We did do some coding, much less than traditional coding, and unlike some low-code platforms, we didn't have to leave the IDE. No going into Visual Studio for C# or coding in Java. All done from inside the Visual LANSA IDE. With Portalize and with Portalize language support features, you get the entire source code. You get all of our best practices, all of our examples of how we make navigation and loading so fast. But most importantly, how we keep Portalize secure. Any of these examples we provide in Portalize, you can reuse in other VL applications. So our great way to navigate and to load these pages, you can take that and put those in your applications. Or just build your portal with Portalize, and you can start adding your application with a single line of code. Portalize is a great portal solution, and it comes standard with so many features out of the box that you can use. It's scalable, customizable, secure, and above all, saves so much development time. So, just to summarize the language support features of Portalize. Developers can quickly enable any Visual LANSA app to use the language support features. The developer doesn't have to be concerned with the language of the end user. They just develop the language resource, link it to the screen, and then any language can be displayed. Anyone in the company can manage the languages, or a translator can come and make translations from right inside the portal. No further coding required. So in the end, you have one portal for any number of languages. There are so many Portalize use cases, be they internal company portals or external user portals. Communication and information sharing are so important right now. Having a portal that allows people to safely and efficiently interact with your company not only helps them do business with you, but helps your company to still be there for your customers. We've helped companies bring better information to their employees, allowed employees to be more effective with portals to help them update their personal information or provide needed information for company reporting like expenses. We have helped companies save time and money by letting customers get to their information and update it without having to engage with staff. These are just a few examples of the many portals we have helped customers to deliver. The steps to a fast portal with Visual LANSA's hybrid low-code approach and IDE is simple. Import Portalize into your IDE, plug in your Visual LANSA application. It only took us 5 minutes. Compile, execute, and now you have your new portal. That's Portalize. So, we can take any questions or comments you may have now. Thanks a lot. If you need to ask a question and you're not sure, just go down to the Q&A button. I think you can click that and pose your questions through there. I've been asked a question about what sort of security some of our customers have done. We've actually had our customers perform security and penetration testing of portals that have been based in Portalize. And to this date, we've actually had no breaches. A couple of things that have been tidied up, but we've taken those lessons and we've rolled them into Portalize. So you're ready to get all that experience that we've had with security. Thanks for asking the question. Just wait a little longer, see if anybody else has got any questions, and then we might bring the session to an end. Okay, well, in case we didn't leave enough time for you to ask the question today, please encourage you to reach out to us, and our details are on the final slide there. And I just want once again like to thank you for your time today. Hope you enjoy the rest of the Low Code Day sessions. Thank you.